Welcome to Farming Our Backyard. Welcome to the Layens frame build. I was still new to using some of this stuff, and I probably wouldn't create these rabbits the same way on the edge here. I would use a router, but the router table wasn't done at this point in time, so I didn't know how much easier it would be, so I used the dado blade. It would have been a lot easier using the router probably. But they turned out looking pretty nice, so I really can't complain. I put a slot in all of these top boards for the starter. Found out when using this saw that you needed to double check when using the extension on the table, because once you use the extension, the dimensions are sometimes off. This frame jig proved invaluable, and if you're going to build even just a handful of these frames, I think the frame jig, it makes it so much easier to put together. I think that probably this is the way I should have created those rabbits, and it worked really well. I tried to lay these down, and it turned out to be much better to set the height than do it this way. It became much more uniform, and they laid out much nicer. I'm really happy with the way they turned out in the end when I did it this way, and the first couple that I did the other way, I was not happy with the way they turned out, so I'm glad that I changed the way I was doing these. This frame jig, once again I would say, is invaluable for putting these together. And the air stapler, pneumatic stapler, made this really easy too, so probably both of those were really good things to have. I did have to build the frame jig, and I had to buy the pneumatic stapler, but both of which were well worth it when I ended up using them here, because I built all these frames in probably less than an hour, and it was the first time ever using it. Our first swarm capture and our first hive check coming up real soon.